character isn't off yet.
Second character hasn't been able to get in yet. Give me a slicer, 2 shreds, you say. I guess I booted Poklik. Let me get rid of him. Double check. I did boot Poklik. Yes. Alright, so give it a second and come in.
Could you do me a favor though to give Rhaegar in group 5 and Renew in group 3 assistance?
Yeah.
Assist, I mean.
Okay.
So I can mark up things and it's a little bit easier for my add-ons to handle then. Thank you.
Alright. There's nothing to mark here, man. Everything is on autopilot.
Alright, both are inside.
Let me know when you... I guess you're ready for summons, right? You've been ready for summons. Rhaegar in?
Yep.
Alright, summoning.
You may want to get an add-on called VG Summon, I believe, by Luis. Then whenever someone writes 1 to 3 in the chat, then you just need to click one button and you automatically summon people. It's really handy if you want to do things like that.
Yeah.
Then you don't need to do it manually all the time.
That would be very helpful. I do a lot of manual summoning.
Then you could just make an add-on with your characters, for instance, automatically write 1 to 3 in the chat. And then you would just automatically summon all your characters. I think that will save you quite a bit of time.
Alright.
So I'll use the priest only when I feel like it's necessary, otherwise I'll just focus on tanking. I know already that you have absolutely no problems in taking down the ads. It's really not that big of a deal for you.
Right.
The only thing that I want to show you right now this time is how I would do the tanking and how I would do the boss positioning. Of course, I've never experimented around with that because it was never necessary for me,
Right.
or the raid. But I'm fairly sure that you can either line of sight it with the corner over here, what I showed you before.
Hold up, Chief. Hold up, Chief. Let me show you one thing. This is 40 yards. This is 41 yards. Simple as that. This is 40, and 41 yards is just beyond those cones.
Yeah, the thing is that I want to decrease the skill cap for you to kill this boss. Of course, you can just always drag him in and out whenever you please and do it that way. It's absolutely possible. But if you could just line of sight the boss, then it would make it just always a free kill, because the only thing that is lethal in any given way is the curse, of course, and if you just can line of sight it, then there's nothing to worry about. And that's the only thing that I'm not quite positive about, if that's possible on the server anymore. I know it used to be possible back in the day, like 4 years ago, but ever since then I haven't really attempted it.
Well, I'd really prefer not to do something different, especially with that hole over there, because
all right.
I've already proven this out, and I did very well with him. I simply ran out of mana, and I didn't have the rhythm down super clean. So I spent a lot of time moving him in and out, and not getting enough time with the range to actually casting at him.
I see. All right then, get your characters in position. And let's do the poll in like 20 seconds when you have your character set up with the tanking.
Yeah, I've got to go do assignments.
Yep, just tell me once you're good.
I got to kind of wait for them to come into range, otherwise the assignments won't work because the other guys can't see them. Guys back there can't see them. What are you doing with your tank? Are you going to tank Lucifron?
Yep.
Oh, you are?
Or would you prefer to do it? I can also just tank the ads if you want to.
I don't know.
I mean, what I can do is I do it for like the first 20% or so once the ads are dead, and then you just take over and practice the positioning yourself, you know?
It's too late. I'm tanking Lucifron.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let me know if you get hit with Doom.
Oh, we're fine.
Cupcake is gonna die. Damn it, Cupcake died. Please take over tanking Lucifron. Yeah, it would have been better to have you just heal, Cupcake, because that mid-range heal. That is what's really helpful to have as a human.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna
Kill the boss.
We're gonna kill the boss. Oops, I don't want to go over there.
No,
Sorry,
don't
sorry,
taunt.
sorry.
Don't have your auto taunt on. That's a really bad idea.
Yeah,
I cannot get it out of position then.
I didn't want to do that. Trust me.
I think the Ray just got hit by it. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But we can still manage. Could you please use Combat Res with Furyswipes on Renew?
On oh god. All right, sure. On who?
Renew Group 4.
Oh, Renew's dead. Okay. And yeah, I don't really have it set up very well. Sorry.
That's no problem. It's really just about getting the positioning right with the boss and always moving in and out.
Was that Renew?
As soon as I have my...
Was that Renew?
let me check it out. Yep. So I can just throw myself heals every now and then. That will make it quite a bit easier.
I'm gonna throw some innervates around. So kind of describe what you're doing as you're doing it, so I can learn myself.
Well, all that I'm doing is, is that I move out whenever the timer is at like 3 seconds. That's really about it.
Okay.
Just move out and get back in.
You don't understand. That's really important for me. Yo, what's up, man? That is so nice.
Oh, whoops. I
What
wasn't paying attention.
What happened? What happened? Oh, you did. Okay, that's all right. We're probably gonna suffer a doom or two.
Yeah.
This might be
That's
right.
definitely a wipe at this point.
All right.
I really fucked up there.
That's
Could it be that your healers were absolutely
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
You
were
do not...
completely-
I see. Yeah, the thing is, after Combat Res, Renew didn't have enough mana, so I could not heal myself enough. I wasn't paying attention at the mana.
Here's what I suggest. I don't think we need your tank really doing anything except being an emergency safety valve.
Yeah.
What I think we should do is you should heal at the beginning and let me do what you were doing with Lucifron there. Main tank him, move him in and out, and just kind of get the rhythm down. Watch the bigwig. Get used to watching the bigwigs, and I think it'll be fine.
Yep. It's really just about getting the rhythm right, as you saw. The tanking itself is actually really easy. The only important thing that there is that you obviously a little bit manage your mana pool. Currently, your healers are definitely using too much mana up early on, and of course, you do not decurse at all, which means that all abilities.
That is absolutely untrue.
Absolutely
untrue.
All right, then I just saw it wrong.
I don't know why the decurses recording doesn't work in the fight, but you can see them. You can see my healers decursing like mad. Not just healers, but mages and stuff.
Could you rest with your Shaman Renew first, because he has the highest mana pool, then I can rest faster?
No. You don't understand, man. We're gonna need those guys. We're gonna wipe over and over again.
Don't rest the Druid first.
Doesn't matter. Everybody's
course.
gonna get rezzed.
No, efficiency. No,
Yeah,
for real though.
I understand.
What you always want to
Avenger
do
is not a druid. Avenger is not a druid. Avenger is a priest. And yes, I do res healers first. I try to anyway. The code is not perfect.
Maybe you should make a macro which would be really efficient for you. Just have a macro for all your rezzers, which basically starts off with your top priority healer to be rezzer first.
I do that, my friend. I do that, my friend. And
oh, cool.
That's what my code does. It heals the highest priority healer. Rezzes the highest priority healer first.
Why does it res Furyswipes first though?
What?
Or was it manually?
No. It was an accident. Sometimes the Vanilla WoW API, you can specify a raid slot. You know the raid slot's right, and it picks the wrong guy. So it's buggy. In other words, it's not my fault.
All right, gotcha. Just gotta switch my gear a little bit. I have completely wrong gear on right now.
Yeah, me too. I have my wipe gear on.
I really rarely play those characters, so it's actually really tough for me to find the items that I need right now. Where is it?
You know what I need your help with? You know, maybe even more than this, is World Dragons. I know World Dragons should be easy for me, but...
They're definitely really easy. The only thing that you need to know is how the 25% mechanics work and how the breath mechanics work. All the World Dragons have the same abilities except one special ability. The only boss that you will definitely not be able to kill is...
the one in Pharaoh's, right?
No, in Duskwood. He is pretty much unkillable for you. Because he's pretty tough.
He is tough. I used to kill World Dragons on, you know, my level 70s and 80s in live, and it was hard. Dealing with the mechanics was hard. Even with a few level 70s or level 80s. So I'm familiar with the mechanics. They'll come back to me when I redo them. I seem to remember that the easiest one was Azuergos, though, in...
Definitely. It was also the first world boss to be introduced together with Kazakh.
Yeah, Kazakh is really hard for
me. The thing is that you just need to be able to actually burst them down. Currently your DPS is quite low, and the thing is that once a character runs out of mana, it's an instantaneous wipe. And true. That's the issue right now for you.
No, I wrote some code, because I actually tried Kazakh a few times. I wrote some code to have people, you know, DPS out when they're down to 1,000 mana, but I kind of lost interest because it was getting really hard.
I see.
Obviously, because my DPS was so stinky.
I'm actually a little bit annoyed right now that I can't find the gear on the character. The thing is that this is not my own character, just a friend's character, and maybe he has just shifted a few items around.
Oh, really? 2 people are still dead. Oh, they're out of range. Okay, let me come in. Can you release Rhaegor so I don't accidentally...
Actually the character is bugged, you can just res him for safety. Right. Actually, I will just do it myself.
Fine.
Oh, never mind.
Let's see, I'm gonna res Cinco right now.
The thing is that I actually had a Soulstone on Rhaegor, and I would have been able to just recover at that point easily, but it somehow bugged out. I don't know why. VG is really bad, weird sometimes.
Okay, 40 up. Alright, we'll try again. We'll get him this time.
For sure.
I've got a T3 healer on me. I can't die.
And as you said, I will only be a backup tank in case something gets loose. I will just make sure that you don't die.
There is no way I could be out of Wild Thornroot already. There must be some duplicate healing going on in
Do you have a decursive?
Yeah, of course.
Could you please put priority decurs on mages, then druids, then renew, and then the remaining healers?
It's too much of a pain. God.
It's not necessary, but it will make it a lot easier for you. I mean, realistically, you want to kill this alone. I mean, I can solo heal this boss with this character. That's no big deal. However, if you want to do it on your own, you obviously need to be able to sustain your mana. And you can't do so if you do not efficiently decurse and efficiently use your ranks, you know? Because you go out of mana extremely fast if you have like twice the mana cost.
Right, right. I'm not gonna do it, man. It's just too much of a pain. Put those priority lists in. I've got 3 computers here. I've got to do priority lists across 3 computers, and I think we're okay.
Okay. Then never mind.
What the hell happened to all my thorn root?
Could you for me once summon quickly on renew? I just want to pick up one item quick from the bank.
Oh, sure.
So I can actually carry it around for the future.
So 1, 2, 3 triggers some add-on usually.
Well, 1 to 3 is just the thing that everyone uses to say that he wants a summon.
Okay.
It's a really common thing. At least on VG.
You want Ogremar?
No, I have Hearthstone. Thank you.
Alright. Yeah, I don't have my Hearth at any city. I have my Hearth at Light's Hope.
Yeah, of course, for you it makes sense. Since you always have portals with you.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright, no, that's what I wanted. Okay, now you can just go ahead and do the pull.
Alright, let's kill these guys. You take him. Take him. One Flame Waker's going off in the distance. This is not going to work well. So I think I'm going to maybe lose that target. That's alright.
It's alright, I can just pick it up at the beginning.
They'll pick it up.
Okay.
They'll pick it up. Alright, pulling. So I should start with him out of range right now, right?
Yep.
Until my guys get everything. Cake is okay. And that's somebody mind controlled in the crowd, right?
Yeah, it's no big deal though.
Yeah, I know I don't care about it, but okay.
And
everybody should be targeting Lucifron now. Yes.
Yep. It's entirely fine.
Curse in 10 seconds, or Doom in 14.
Yeah, you don't really need to worry about the
curse, yeah.
Exactly. It's really not that big of a deal.
So at 3 seconds I move him out of range.
And as you can see, the damage you receive on your tank is so little, you know.
Really?
Yeah, look, I just throw here like, I mean, you take like an average of 500 DPS, which is nothing. Like on an average, the next Ramos boss you take like 4,000 DPS.
Oh wow. Okay, nobody got doomed, right?
Yep, was perfect.
And we're back in range. I think I'm over moving him. That's the one thing I gotta get right.
Yeah. But your positioning is entirely fine. You do it really well.
Man, we're doing terrible DPS. Oh my gosh.
You can just send in all your melees if you want to.
You think I can?
Sure. They will eventually die because I will not heal them.
Oh jeez,
but,
jeez. Distracted. Did we get a doom? We didn't get a doom. Wow. Got really lucky there.
It's fine. The raid got a doom, but...
The raid got a doom? Oh crap.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. They will just heal each other up. As I said, I can solo heal you quite easily.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Doom, doom, doom. Shit. Motherfucker. I got one job, and freaking can't do it. Okay, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, nobody got doomed. Come back faster. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Could you use evocation on your mages? I have the curse on me for like...
They do it automatically.
That's pretty bad then, cause
they're probably out of
if I have this shit on me, I can't withstand that much longer if I do not get decursed.
So a curse is sitting on you still because my mages are
Yeah,
out
for
of
2
mana,
minutes already.
Okay.
And that's why I'm slowly getting out of mana.
Slowly. Gosh. Yeah, see, I'm still moving poorly. All my guys are dead.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
They were all receiving
I didn't realize they were all dead. They would all die.
Shield.
Are you telling me to shield?
No. I had to shield you to save you there.
Well, I'm gonna back my...
I need to outrange this. Ah, fuck. Please decurse, please decurse, please decurse.
I'll just decurse manually. See if you get it. I should have put my decurse priority at least on you. That would have been fine.
I will be out of mana in 2 casts.
Do
you have shield wall? Last stand?
Yeah, I do, but it didn't happen.
It's fine.
You know what happened was I normally automatically shield wall in last stand, but I took it out when you suggested.
We can still do it. We can still do it. Just focus up.
Yeah.
I'm really serious about this. Like, I'm just letting my healer regenerate a little bit of mana right now. Or will only taunt once it's really necessary.
Okay. So you're doing this.
Alright, now I have regenerated about half my mana.
Whoa, that was close.
That was a nice crit.
I'm gonna stay out of doom range with my tank. $1,300 DPS, woohoo! We are 26,000 points away from joy. Lucifron going down. That's right. Lucifron going down. We have lost 12 guys. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's just the melee that you lost because we sent him in. So that took obviously every curse.
But I couldn't have done that without the T3 healer, though. There's no way.
You could, but it just requires, like I said, the proper setup.
Better
your
decursing.
Yeah, of course. The decursing is the highest priority. Like as long as your mana, as long as your healers do not go out of mana, you can do it infinitely.
Yeah.
That's the only really important thing.
Lucifron down. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I knew we could.
And the next boss is even easier, to be honest.
Oh, trank shot. I've wanted that for a long ass time. And you know what? I'm gonna give it to Yellowstone because I run Yellowstone on my. And we got the amazingly named Ring of Spell Power.
It's actually a really, really good ring for multi-core.
It's so
It's like the best ring that you can get.
yeah. That's the ring we would come into Molten Core for when we were twinking.
And also, Shaman Tier 1 gear is by far the best set you can get. If you have the full 8 set bonus, it's insanely good.
All right.
It's almost equal to Tier 3 actually.
Elemental?
No, full Tier 1 is basically best in slot for many encounters as a Shaman.
For elemental spec?
No, healing.
Healing. Oh, healing. All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Tier 1 is really insane for Shamans because the 5 set bonus basically is the same as if the 8 set bonus is basically making your healing wave act like a chain heal. So the first target receives 100%, second target I believe 30, and the third target 10% of the healing. And the nice thing about it is that you then have a 25% chance to regain the mana of your cast because of the 5 set bonus. And you have 3 times the chance because you have 3 healing waves at the same time, you know. Which means, since you also usually go for a lot of mana regeneration as Shaman, that you basically have infinite mana while also having really sick healing.
Alright, my best healing shaman is Quattro, so guess I'm going with him.
You should always give it to the worst geared character so you have the biggest upgrade.
Nah, I give it to the best geared character because I boot people so often, I don't want to spread out my goodness.
I see.
And what I'm doing now more lately is actually going on raids with people, bringing a lot of people into my raid. And I started spreading it out. I started by spreading out, but now I'm kind of focusing on getting 2 or 3 people in each class, fairly heavily geared. But yeah, I used to give it to the least geared guy.
I see.
Earth Fury boots is now on Quattro. In fact, I picked up an Earth Fury. I picked up some Earth Fury bracers just now while I was in here, so I'll give those to him too. I see issues though. I see issues like Uno has no healing on my healing list. How can Shaman Uno have no healing when he's my #1 healer? So I need to figure that out. I need to find out what's going on there.
So can you repeat that?
One of my best shamans, who is my main healer, had no healing on my healing meters.
That's because he died very early on. He got mind controlled, and then your characters see it as an enemy, and all your melees instantly killed it.
Oh my gosh!
So if you should for certain bosses, I'm pretty certain that's pretty
DPS
impossible for you to
guys.
code. But if it's possible to code into your code that you never attack a target that is named like that, that would be amazing, because there are quite a few bosses that can mind control, like Felina, this boss, Hakar, and a few others as well. So it can be pretty lethal to you when you lose a few people like that, you know?
Okay, I will definitely get that set up. I also got some Arcanist bracers earlier, Arcanist belt early on. So let me get my Earth Fury on. I think all of my mages have Arcanist belt though.
You've been farming trash for so long, right?
Yes. Yes, it's not very exciting anymore, so getting these T1 bracers and belts. Although it is exciting when the shaman stuff drops, because it's so seldom.
Yeah, it's really, really rare. And it's because of the reason, I mean, it's not only extremely rare on VG, but also it's literally best in slot. That's why so many people seek it.
Oh, wow. All right, yeah, I sold my last Earth Fury bracers for 900 gold.
Yeah.
And that's on this deserted server.
It's same for certain books, like if you are selling Backstab book or Fireball book or Frostbolt book, you know, they are so much worth, because or even the Warrior books, because, you know, those are the 3 most played classes on VG, and there are so few pucks, you know, especially on Horde side, so people are lacking those books quite a bit.
I thought of a function I would write to check my buffing and how it's working where I simply monitor the reagent use. And I'm going to do that because now I'm out of Thorn Root on all these guys. There's just no way. There's no freaking way I could be out of Thorn Root. So I'm overusing reagents somehow, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of that. Are we gonna go do Magmadar, or are we gonna call it?
We're gonna kill him.
Gonna kill him. All right. These
we can also go kill Gar and Baron pretty easily.
These guys are pretty easy.
I'm really pretty curious how you do it. I will not interfere now. Oh, you just smash?
I just AoE. And
that really works out?
I target the...
Wow, that works out amazing. Holy shit, I'm impressed. That works out really well.
Yeah.
You have so much casters actually, and also all the priests are using Holy Nova. I mean, that's actually really sick AoE damage what you have there.
Yeah, it works well, and it's hilarious in ZG, because you can just roll through the ZG at walking speed, and you don't have to worry about any of the complicated packs like the Blood Drinkers or anything like that. You can just burn those packs down.
Yeah, it's really amazing that you do everything simultaneously like that.
Man, there's a lot of dog packs here. I did not remember this.
Yep. The only thing that you really gotta watch out for all the time that you leave combat before you pull the next pack, because they only actually despawn once you leave combat. If you get into combat again, then all the dogs will respawn, which you just killed before.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Same goes if you pull the boss.
Keep DPSing until you're out of combat.
No. What I mean is, you kill one pack, you wait 15 seconds until you drop the combat, and then you can do the next pull. Do not do it beforehand, otherwise everything respawns.
All right.
It's a bug.
Very good. Okay, see, this one's not going as well. I think the rogues
just fine.
Me up. Now we might have to reset on this one. Oh, jeez. Good. And like you said, we're still in combat.
Yeah, exactly. And if you would now pull something, then all of them would respawn.
Oh gosh, that'd be tragic.
Yeah.
All right, refresh my memory on Magmadar. There's something about fear.
He has 3 mechanics. He has 1 cone attack with his breath, which only the main tank should take. It obviously does a lot of fire damage. That's about it. His auto attack is, fairly normal. He has around 1000 DPS on your main tank, maybe a little bit more on your tank since it's not that well geared and you don't have any chance. Second ability is his Fear. It has 40 yards range. You can outrange it on all your casters if you just stay max range or time it well by moving in and out, but it's going to be quite tough for you, of course. Or you could just reposition the boss just like you did with Lucifron, And third thing is that he has Berserk ability, which needs to be tranquilized, otherwise he does, 200% damage.
Oh. Trank shot.
Yeah, and I'm fairly certain that your hunters do not have it yet, because...
They do now? I just got
one of them.
Lucifron. Yeah.
That's gonna be fine. I mean...
I didn't read it
I'm gonna be here to heal you, so I can, back you up a little bit. But usually you would obviously want to have 2 to 3 hunters with trank shot.
Oh, really?
But it has 100% drop rate, so once you kill this boss 2 more times, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, well, this boss,
the only thing that
Lucifron kill was really hard. I'm no way doing that by myself yet.
Yeah, exactly, yet. You just need a little bit... I'm absolutely confident that once you got the hang of it and actually do a proper setup, I mean... Sure, for you it's a huge hassle, but I mean, come on, you're multiboxing 40 characters, what do you expect? I mean, if you really want to kill raid bosses, then you gotta prepare for them properly, each encounter, otherwise you're screwed. You can't just kill one, you know, one piece of a boss at a time, just like you do with a pack.
I seem to remember I had to keep DPSing in live WoW, so forgive me if I seem to
In
DPS a little
retail
harder.
WoW, they used to stay on the ground and the corpses didn't despawn. You were still able to attack the corpses, and if, you know, after 10 seconds, then they would respawn. On VG, the corpses vanish,
Okay.
and if you do not kill them within 10 seconds, then they respawn.
Okay.
It's just, you know, a little bit funky.
All right.
And quite funny thing is, we will kill Magmadar, we have a surprise.
Oh. Surprise. You're assuming we'll
Which
kill
is
him,
also
but
bug,
that's
of
cool.
course.
Everybody wipes. Surprise.
So, one important thing, of course, for you, which you have to handle here on your tank, is that you know, stance a lot, which means that you switch into Berserker stance to use your Berserker Rage to avoid the fear.
Okay.
You have the Big Wigs version, right?
Yeah.
With the timer?
Yep.
Good. For the first fear, you can just use your Will of Forsaken if you do not have the timer yet, but everything afterwards, you obviously need to time it somewhat properly. So I would say you need to stand stance 7 seconds before the fear hits. So because the fear has around 30 seconds cooldown, you obviously need to count in the little delay with which you have over time, so you do not run out of the cooldown, you know what I mean? So you have a little bit of buffer in between.
I see. I see. So my cooldown's 30 seconds, his fear is 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's if 25 to 30 seconds. It's on a random timer to a tiny extent, but usually it's around that time. So you want to precast it a little bit just to be safe.
Let me ask you something. I seem to remember, and I'm going really way back in the memory banks. I seem to remember we liked to tank Magmadar up against the back wall for some reason.
Yep.
We actually
I
put our...
suppose for the breath.
Okay.
To line of sight it for the casters in case he turns around.
All right, fine. So you think that we can range this fear, though?
Outrange, yes, but
Outrange
you will
it,
not
yeah.
be able to do it. Second reason why you want to hack the wall is, of course, so your casters do not get out of position too much. So it's obviously a smart thing to do, just, you know, somewhere over here in the corner where they cannot move too far away.
Okay.
Will be a decent position. Maybe, yeah, whatever, just position them right here or something. Over there is fine, of course. You just got to keep in mind, of course, that you need to manually trank now with your one hunter. It will be berserked at least 50% of the time, which means you will take a shit ton of damage since you cannot spell the second or third berserk. That is, so you got to watch out for that.
Okay, let me see if I can set up a manual trank really quick. I think I might be able to.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, because you cannot use strength if there's no berserk active, so you can just, bind it to the attack key of this hunter or something. In his normal attack rotation,
I'm gonna put it on F3. F3 should work, so F3 is normally a...
Do your hunters have any DPS rotation, like aim shot and multi-shot or something?
Yeah.
Just include the trank shot in between that, so they will use it automatically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can only use trank when something is berserked, so it cannot spam it,
Get out of
so
here!
Even if you spam your trank button, as soon as it will enrage, you will instantaneously trank them, which makes it really easy for you then.
Yeah, well, that's very easy then, so... Alright, I'm gonna say... Why do I have multi-shot and hunter single? I didn't know I had multi-shot and hunter single. Okay, so if I'm gonna put it before sting it. If spell exists, shot. All right, let me test that. Out of range, of course. I just need to make sure I get an out of range signal on that line of code. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to copy and paste it to make sure I have typed it right. Okay, and out of range. All right, trank shot is in my rotation.
Nice. Then I'd say just go ahead and do the pull, and you'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens.
Just make sure that you face the boss sideways.
Should I bring all my tanks up, or should I leave some of them back?
Well, just make sure that your other tanks do not taunt. Because if they don't and, you know, you breath the raid with that, you're kinda screwed.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
You're too far away from your healers.
Okay.
Conflict incoming, turn. Good. So use your anti-fear now.
Using it.
Berserker Rage. No, that was Will of Forsaken. Whatever.
That's alright. I mean, I used Will of the Forsaken first.
Oh.
And is...
You're moving too far away again.
Yeah. I can see that.
I'm currently the only one healing.
God dang it. Positioning's gonna be trouble.
Oh, okay. Now you're fine. Just keep it there. It's perfect. Just move it out like shortly before the fear happens. Stance now and use your Berserker Rage.
Done.
Perfect. Now move it out. Move the boss out. Move the boss out.
Why am I moving him out?
And move him back in.
Wait, what am I doing there? I'm sorry, I didn't get that
It was
part.
perfect. Just turn on.
But why am I moving
Just
out?
so your healers do not get feared, you know?
Oh, alright. So I need to be watching this AoE fear bar.
Yep.
And he got immediately taken
Really good so far. See, it's pretty damn easy.
Hey, well, hold on now. You always
Stance fear.
easy.
Stance fear.
Doing it.
Get the boss out.
Got it.
Perfect.
And let's see, he's Berserk. It's my guy doing it. It's a 20-second cooldown, so yeah.
Yeah, you're just fine. Stance fear. Perfect. Get boss out. In 2, 1, now. Get it out.
Is it not out? Thought it was out.
Oh shit, you took a lot of damage there. No!
I got another tank. But he has no Berserker Rage. Oh, my tank's dead.
Okay. So that will be a little bit rough now, cause I cannot hear myself that much.
That's alright, man. I got you. Got you, fam. And you don't need to stand tense out. You can just tell me to go back.
Did I feel you? Yeah, shit. I screwed up.
That's alright. I think we're gonna recover from that, maybe.
I just used last stand. Really gotta watch my HP pool.
Alright, I'll call Fear.
Okay. Now I got it under control.
Fear in 10 seconds. I got that Fear.
What, really?
Yeah.
Damn it. I have no cooldowns left. Damn it!
That's alright, that's alright. Let me go die somewhere good. I think I'm far away enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, that really helped. Just doing the first try really helped. I think I got this. I do actually think.
Once you have the second trank, you will see how easy it is. The only thing that happened there, I think you got like 2 or 3 crushings in a row while he was berserked, which means like you got like 400% damage each hit.
You know
and
what?
that obviously wrecked you big time.
I'm thinking I'm gonna reserve some mana on Yellowstone so that he can always trank shot.
Yeah, definitely. You must. In fact, his DPS is so irrelevant, just let him only use Trank and multi-shot maybe, but... Or only aimed and... aimed is actually a bad idea. Yeah, as long as he just Tranks, it's fine. As you're able to see, the damage income is pretty damn low as long as you have it under control. And your healers weren't really losing any mana. I was also almost at full mana on my healer.
Oh, really? Alright.
Yeah.
I really have to put my last stand and shield wall back into my macros. I took them out, and I noticed that Eversmile has his, Cupcake has his, but only in one stance. I don't think if I get caught out of stance and I need shield wall, I think I might get confused. So I'm not sure. 6 is shield wall for them, but I'd rather auto shield wall unless it's like the AQ40 Scorpion, AQ20 Scorpion.
No, it's always a good thing to have. Well, I mean, the thing is, the game is always a lot about RNG. If you can never predict how many dodges you have, how many crushes you suddenly receive, and I'm pretty certain that you're not even death capped yet, so you even can get critted, which increases the damage even more for you.
Do
fact, how much,
monsters really crit though? I don't know. Do they crit? I don't know.
Do you know how defense or crit mechanics work at all?
Not really. Not really.
Alright, so every boss or every character has a default 5% crit. Every defense you have reduces the crit chance by 0.04%, which means that you need a total of 125 defense on top of your 300 to overcome the 5% crit, which every character has by default. Since bosses are considered level 63 adds, they have an additional 15 more. No, let me put it this way. They have an additional crit rating because they are higher level, and to overcome that you need an additional 15 defense, which means that you are capped at 140 defense. How much defense does Cupcake have right now?
I think about 80. 85.
Yeah, so you're around halfway through to capped.
And
yeah, so it's of course that you take a lot of damage.
I think
the thing is that it's crushing the... Sorry?
Eversmile's around 70.
I see.
So.
Yeah, the mechanics works that way. A normal hit does 100% damage. A crushing does 150% damage, and a crit does 200% damage. Which means not only that you have a lot less HP and armor, but on top of that, you also have the chance to receive an additional 50% more damage. You know, if it would be otherwise a crushing. And also important to mention is that every single point of defense gives you 0.04% block, parry, dodge, miss, and I think that's it, right? Block, parry, dodge, and yeah, enemy miss. And of course crit reduction. those are the 5 elements.
So basically, druid tanks are useless for raid bosses.
In terms of tankiness, definitely. The nice thing about, let me put it this way: in terms of effective tankiness, warriors / prot warriors are by far better than feral druids. What feral druids really excel at is damage mitigation, because they have by far the most armor and usually also more health than a normal tank would have. So you can have a lot more consistent healing. A protection warrior has a lot more parry, dodge, block, and so on, which is unreliable, which, that's an advantage for the feral druids. You can predict and just spam heal, or you can have a lot more fluid healing income, So it has both pros and cons.
All right, fine. I like to hear you say nice things about feral tanks, because that's really my favorite. I mean, I have a soft spot for it.
It's quite a bit of fun. We had actually quite a few favorite druids in DP. Amongst those, one of the best was Shapeless, our fellow. And he was actually a best in slot favorite druid. And if you actually know how to tank and you itemize around it and you use your consumables, then it can be quite effective. But the thing which a feral druid will always lack by far is threat income, and of course, they lack the removal of fear and cooldowns, which can save them in tough situations.
Is Cupcake out there somewhere? I am not seeing him. Where's he at? Oh, there he is.
Oh wow, Eversman is pretty cool gear. Oh, nice, Dark Iron Helm. Even enchanted, damn. That's cool.
Yeah, and the leggings too.
You should also get the 5 resistance from Argent Dawn. Since you're all exalted on your characters, you can just buy it for like 5 gold or so.
Oh, I forgot about that. Actually. We're definitely not all exalted. Some of us are exalted. I think we have one exalted guy.
By the way, when you released your video about the attunement thingy on VG, it's entirely true that you do not get the exalted reputation quest for Nexaramas by default, but you can just ask a GM to add it to you once you have the required reputation. Then you can just get it for free.
Really?
This is the same for any quest on the server, by the way. Everything that is bugged, the GMs are allowed to assist you with that and complete quests for you.
That sounds like more trouble than I would want to go through. What was I talking about? I was talking about the Nax attunement?
Yeah, you were talking about that you had to get materials for every single character and such.
I didn't care. I mean, the fact that they made me get Righteous Orb and 2 Nexus Crystals for everyone, it's fine, whatever. I definitely did not want to level those guys to Revered, so I wouldn't have done it anyway. I would have just bought the orbs, and but the fact that the Revered quest required the same mats as the Honored quest annoyed me once.
It doesn't.
It does. It does.
It doesn't.
I got to Revered, and it still wanted the Righteous Orb and 2 Nexus Crystals.
That's correct. As I said, it always just gives you by default the Honored quest. It is bugged on VG that it doesn't upgrade.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help me because I didn't have a GM at my side to to save me from the expense. So, and anyway, who the hell wants to get 40 characters to Revered? Not me.
Well, I don't know. You're pretty crazy. I don't know what else you've done so far.
In live WoW, I'll tell you what I've done. I've got the insane The insane title on 2 characters, so yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, for
Yeah,
real?
yeah. And
The nerfed version or the unnerfed version?
the unnerfed, insane version where you had to kill Booty Bay guards for hours on end.
No, that's of course, but the nerfed version is that you receive a lot more reputation in first place, that you do not need reputation for Chandala, that you...
No, yeah, you definitely needed Chandlar. You needed the syndicate reputation, and I'm pretty sure it was unnerfed because it was right around the time achievements came out, or the title came out. So
I see. Well, that's really insane, man.
It is
I would
insane.
never... I mean, well, I have basically all exalted fractions on Keltron, but not those ones that are useless. I only grinded those that actually have a purpose, you know?
All right, so am I bringing my tanks in? Should I just leave my tanks out?
I mean, the question is, what's the point of it?
What's the
Every
point
single
of
bit
it?
of DPS that you can have at the beginning is appreciated.
But they don't do much DPS. I mean, the
That's
druid
true.
tanks do, but the warrior tanks do.
The thing is that once they receive the first fear, they will be irrelevant anyways.
Exactly. And well, they're not. I call them back.
Okay.
I call them back after they run around, but I think I'm gonna experiment with leaving them out. It's just a smaller problem set to work with, and it gives me a little bit more safety margin as things die.
Yeah.
Okay, how am I doing on distance here?
I do not have a timer this time around, so just use your Will of Forsaken for the first one as before.
I don't have a timer either.
Yeah, just be ready to press it as soon as you receive the fear. Perfect.
But did everybody else get feared? Yes. Nope. Oh no?
By the way, I'm the only one healing you. You're entirely out of range.
Oh god. Good. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you're perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna pop my
Stance now.
stance now, and
Get it out.
get it out right now.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I don't know how far I have to walk. Damn it.
Yeah, you're moving always a little bit too far.
Too far, yeah. Over moving.
It's alright. I gotcha. Damn, it almost crits you for like 4,000, right? When it's Berserk.
This guy's full T1. Such bullshit.
Well,
I lost my timers.
Yeah, stance now.
I did
and
it.
Use
I did it.
Nice.
Am I out of fear range? God.
Yeah, you're way too far away.
Way too far away. God damn it.
Okay. Now Yukuchi.
Okay, I have a timer this time.
Yeah, same. It's really unfortunate that timers sometimes vanish on this server. I think you're out of range of your healers. Get it out now, sense.
Is that far enough?
Yep. Ooh, again, way too far.
Way too far? That was freaking 5 steps. My healers are in range. They're just not healing. Shaman Uno has frickin'...
I'm pretty certain they are not in range. Yeah, I was the only one healing
The
for a
hell?
very long period of time. Do you have a fear timer right now?
I don't. I don't. I'm having trouble tracking range. Everybody was feared that time. Damn it.
No, don't taunt. Just be emergency taunt whenever it's needed. Just focus on...
Dude, I'm a multi-boxer. I auto-taunt.
Okay.
Okay, don't stand. Don't move him. Don't move him out of range. I'm gonna move the whole raid.
Okay.
think we got a that can flag.
Please stop taunting. It's really annoying because you're facing the raid and you're conflicting the raid.
Yeah. See that?
You're still taunting into the raid. It's the second flame already that received the raid.
Yep. My bad.
Not good.
Not good. Now you have to understand, I'm a multi-boxer. My guys taunt automatically. I'm not really set up for. Cooperating with guest tanks.
Yeah, I get it.
Yellow Sun's Trank failed. That's gonna hurt.
I have no cooldowns left, by the way.
That's alright.
No, my taunt failed. That's not good.
I got him.
Yeah, but the entire raid will get feared, and he's berserk, and I cannot heal myself. That was a nice taunt.
Fine. We're totally fine. We got this.
Ah, yeah.
Seconds to fear. Should I run out on fear? I'm running out.
Nope.
No?
Yeah, it's fine.
Damn it. Didn't run far enough. May need a rogue tank here in a second.
Why a rogue tank? Just burst it down with everything that you got. I can heal myself.
I'm bursting.
You will most likely get feared now, but that's gonna be alright.
27,000. Should be able to survive this. I think we're okay. Good job.
And execute.
Die already, jeez. Target too close. Oh man, my hunters were too close. Unbelievable. Who's keeping you up? My guys?
Myself.
No, liar. Not some self-healing warrior. Jeez, that took forever to do 27,000 damage. My gosh.
Easy.
We only lost 4 guys.
Oh, that's pretty terrible loot though.
All 4 of my tanks.
Yeah, they kept on taunting all the time.
Yes, I know.
But actually, it was quite helpful sometimes.
Oh, we got our might leggings. That's good. That's good.
Actually, my leggings are not that good.
Better than what I'm wearing. I'm wearing.
Really?
I think so.
I mean, even the G leggings or the blue leggings from Skodo and Stratum are better.
Dude.
Wait, let me inspect. Oh, Valor. Well, then it's an upgrade, of course. That's nice.
Oh, you're so condescending. That's nice. Have your little upgrade from your Valor Blues. Come on.
I'm really surprised though that you don't have the blue ones. You can just buy them at auction house for like 10 gold or so.
What blue ones? What are you talking about?
I used to wear them also for a very long period of time. Wait, let me just check the database quickly.
What's wrong with Valor?
Maybe I can find them.
This by the way.
Well, they give you 10 defense. The blue ones that I'm talking about.
Is it the skull bone or skull bone or whatever it is?
No, not those ones. Those are pretty rare. I'm talking about the ones that are really easy to get. Wait a second, I'm gonna find them quickly.
Oh my gosh, I just looted the legs and I can't freaking... Oh, because one of my bags is closed. Alright, so might leggings are on. Night Slayer pants. Alright, who's my best rogue? I guess I'm gonna give it to the rogue with the Doom Dagger.
Yeah.
In my tradition of making good guys better. And then we got Deep Earth Spalders? Deep Earth Spalders, is that healing?
Sorry? No,
Yeah,
that's
what's
just for DPS.
Whoa, 40.
Just
Oh
nature
my
damage.
gosh. Wonder if I should give it to Uno and make Uno a DPS again. Because he has... Uno has... Vest of the Five Thunders. I think I'm going to make Uno DPS again and have 2 Elemental Shaman.
Oh, fuck.
Or maybe I'll just give him 2 Trace.
Oh, I wasn't aware of how many good blue leggings there are, actually.
I gave him to Shaman Uno. Whatever. I don't care. I can get more later.
I'm just gonna link you for 5 pieces quickly. Those are damn easy to get, and they are all
Why are you
super
linking
good.
me blue pants? I've already got my might pants.
Doesn't your second tank need them?
Second tank? Cubby Cakes? He's got full T1.
Oh yeah, never mind.
He's supposed to be good, but you've been like criticizing him and telling me he's terrible and taking 4,000 point hits. But actually, he's a donor gear.
Yeah. It's actually really amazing how well you did there.
Oh, thanks. I got that on tape. So I'm gonna play that for you. Every time you're telling me I'm terrible.
I've never done that. I just simply said there's a lot of room for improvement. I think that sounds nicer, doesn't it?
Hey, by the way, speaking of Gar,
Yeah.
is everybody up? Why is not everybody up? God dang it! I really have got to get.
You were just out of range. That's the only reason.
Can we skin this guy? Yeah, we can.
Oh, by the way, now you can see all the corpses. By the way, that's what I was talking about. The little surprise.
Oh, that's the surprise.
It's kinda stupid.
They're all skinnable.
No,
they're not skinnable.
Yeah. You know, the thing is it's bugged so because you cannot loot them. That's why you cannot skin them.
I see. That makes sense. That's the surprise. Okay. Got my surprise. Well, cool. And now I have to do my imp pull.
So now what I would do if I was you, I would tap down. Can you deactivate your healing?
Sure.
On all your characters?
Not really, but go on.
What I would do is have one warlock standing over here.
Uh-huh.
Then you do the pull with your tank, which just stands after you pull, you just move over here to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And right after the pull, you just heal the warlock, which has tapped down to like 1 HP up to full. Then you start kiting the imps with your healer, which basically means you just put on auto run and run to the opposite side of the room. And then you just pick off the imps one by one without receiving any damage whatsoever. I mean, once you know how to do, I will just show you exactly how I mean it.
No,
Can you just tap?
I get what you're saying. So you're saying heal kite, back and forth, and kill them. I know we can do this. I really know we can do this. Watch, just watch. Give me a shot here. We're not gonna wipe. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Sure.
throw him, and then I'll pull him.
I'll just step back and watch for this pack.
I'm gonna throw some traps down though.
Nice one.
Or not.
Holy shit, you burn them fast. Holy shit, you burn them really fast. That's what you're talking about. It's super easy for you.
Usually it doesn't work that well. But you know what?
Amazing.
I never assigned them to off tanks. So the off tanks prevented the imps from at least damaging or messing with the AoEers.
I see.
So
That's cool.
nobody died. All right. So
And one nice thing that you
the first time that nobody died, by the way.
Yeah, this is also a really nice way for you to farm dark iron.
Yeah, it's true. I'm going to need a lot more if I want to get the rest of my gear.
Well, you already have one character with fire resistance gear.
Yes, I have one character with his dark iron gear, and I need.
That's plenty. You don't need more.
What?
The only boss where you need fire resistance is Ragnaros.
You're saying that's the only boss where everybody needs fire resistance? Okay,
no, just the main tank.
Really?
Yep.
How come they made me
well,
get
at least if you do
freaking
it
120 fire resist when I was a mage in Vanilla WoW?
Because we are playing on VG and not vanilla. I mean, not retail. It's entirely bugged on VG. The only damaging spell that he does on VG to the raid is his blast, which knocks back people, and that one deals like 1000 damage. It's like not relevant at all because the entire raid is spread out anyways, so the incoming damage is so marginal. And all you gotta really do is whenever the knockback of Ragnaros is about to happen, you just move out with your melees and your tank, and once it happens, you move back in. That's really it. The only reason why you want to have the fire resistance gear is because of the fire shock which he does once you're out of range, out of melee range, that is. That one does, like, I believe 4000 damage every second.
Oh, crap.
And that's why you want to have fire resistance cap on this one particular tank.
Oh, alright. You're still talking about it. Okay, fine. Well, I consider this a much better multi-boxing situation, even though I'm using a T3 guy, but because it's only one other human. You know, I think this is more of an achievement, much more than last night where I had 6 guys running around with me.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things are just extremely hard to handle when you're alone. It's obvious. If you're two, I'm very certain that you can clear the majority of all 40 mans.
And it's been proven. I mean, the Alliance multi-boxing team, they've done all of everything pretty much. A lot of AQ40 too. They did the Emperors actually successfully.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. These guys, they're amazing guys. I mean,
Do you actually cooperate with them sometimes?
I don't think he plays anymore. I'm not sure he plays anymore. I think they won WoW. As soon as they finished Nefarian, I think they kind of quit.
That's too bad.
Yeah, but they were Alliance, so I have to subtract
them.
a few. I have to subtract a few points for having pallies.
Yeah, that's entirely true.
It really makes it different.
Yeah. With paladins, it's a lot easier. It's so much better single target healing, and the buffs are just insane.
Yeah, they don't even worry about single target healing. They don't even worry about healing. Period. They just cast rank 1 heals, and they never run out of mana.
Yeah, actually, I have a paladin on Alliance side which has absolutely garbage healing gear, and all you do literally is have quick heal active, the add-on, and just spam your max rank flash heal all the time. Like, best example was when I was doing the second Saffron kill with Goldstar Golf Club once I came back. Can you sheep the dog, please, which is coming from the back with one of your mages? Do it manually quickly before we get wrecked.
Let's just move over.
The totem will pull it anyways, so...
We might not pull him. If we pull him, we'll kill him.
Okay. Well, you have a lot of confidence. The dogs can be extremely dangerous when they have the Disorian thing, then you're kind of screwed.
I've actually already done this pull with a dog, and we didn't die.
Well, then you're better than basically every single Molten Koppak that I've been in. Yeah, Molten Koppaks on VG are just so garbage. I literally hate Molten Core when I'm playing on the mage. It's just absolutely no fun.
I don't love Molten Core either. I mean, I've done it too much, and that's the problem. I've been through Molten Core. I know the bosses kinda, not at level, more at Twink, from a Twink perspective. But I've been through here so often just to get the Thunder Fury and get the freaking eye off of Ragnaros, and it just got really tiring. But it's kind of fun now. I mean, it's fun now because I've got a whole group of guys here that are all my friends, and all at level 60. Because I never used to run this at level 60.
That's pretty cool. It's so funny, by the way, when we're in combat, actually, just because I have 2 clients open, I have literally 20 FPS. It's so annoying.
Oh, really? Wow. No, I've got 30 FPS per screen, at least 37, 38.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
Turn around, stupid. The main thing that I have to worry about is guys running off into the distance. That happens. It does happen.
What you mean? Exactly.
The client will bug out, and for one reason or another, a guy will run off, just auto run off into the distance. It's not auto run. He thinks he's been given a command to run, and it doesn't refresh. So, and so I can pull like 5 dogs that way because somebody ran off into the distance.
Well, that sucks then.
It happens much more when I'm trying to 40 box. It's very, very minimal when I've split it up like this. We cleared all these guys last night. It's too bad they respawn.
Yeah, well, if you kill specific bosses, then specific acts do not respawn. If you kill Magmadar, like the dog, then no dogs respawn. If you kill Gar, then no of the elements respawn. If you, I mean, the stone elements. If you kill Baron Geddon, then none of the fire elements respawn. And if you kill Golemak, then none of the destroyers respawn. I mean, none of the golems respawn.
Golemak is really deep in there, though, so that's not much of a bonus.
Actually, it's, I mean, not really. I mean, after you've killed Baron Geddon, you just need to kill 2 packs.
It's 2 packs. Okay.
Well, at least if you abuse the ball.
I've got to recalibrate. It's 2 packs past Baron Geddon. Okay. But yeah, you got to.
Yeah, if you skip everything else.
Yeah.
And the nice thing for you is, since you do those raids over multiple nights, if you actually have a soft reset after, the day's over, then all of those ads will actually despawn. So what you could, in theory, do is that you just kill Magmadar, then just log off for the day, just wait for the server reset, and the next day you can just head in here and none of the dogs are back. Or actually all of the dogs are dead, rather. Saves you quite a bit of time then.
That's true. Let me drink.
Works.
Let me drink. Don't charge.
Right. You can use the same method for a lot of other things as well. Like, for instance, if you killed certain bosses in Nax. For instance, if you kill Verlina in Next Ramas, you can like skip 3 packs afterwards if you just wait for the reset, or if you loot certain runes in certain spots in Next Ramas, ads do not respawn at all, even if you do not kill bosses. So there are quite a lot of bugs.
So all I got to do is kill Felina and Nax, and yeah, I'm home free, right?
Yeah, it's not that easy, but yes, get the point.
Do you really think I can't kill that spider boss in Nax? I feel like I can. I feel like if I get my raid strafe down, where
you can definitely. I can assure you that you cannot kill Underbrakan. But if you receive help and an ID or something like that, then you can definitely solo Felina and Maxna. I'm 100% confident about that.
Oh yeah.
And you can also solo what's it called, North. I'm pretty certain about that as well. Just requires quite a bit of luck and good gear, because otherwise your tanks will eventually get wrecked. And yeah, I'm very certain that you cannot kill Hagen and Lorfab.
Well, I'm just going to focus on Molten Core for now and see if I can, you know, kind of gear up and stuff.
Yeah. The thing is that a few encounters just require too much things to watch out for. Just like the first boss in BWL, you will never be able to solo that. It's just too many things at once that you need to handle.
Okay, well, I'm not totally looking to solo Razorgore. I mean, the Alliance team can do it with 2 guys. I feel like, you know, maybe I can do it with 4 people.
Yeah, definitely. Then it's easy. With your multiboxing team and like 3 people to assist you, you can do it quite comfortably.
Because Razorgore actually has some gear on him that I really just want, and that's kind of a mini goal in my mind. I just want the Untamed Blade. All right, it's just there's a sentimental thing about it. I just need that.
Really, it's actually so terrible.
I love the Untamed Blade, and I spent, you know, I have a lot of good memories wrapped up in that weapon.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it looks really damn cool. That's for sure. Oh shit! You pulled that back. Oh, that's bad.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's.
Can you maybe banish something? The Annihilators, at least.
Yeah, I can banish. I think. I don't think we need to.
Okay. When you pull the second dog, you definitely want to sheep that one, though.
I don't want to pull a second dog.
No, you did pull the second dog, I said.
I did?
Not that you...
Alright, let me see if I can assign
okay, that's
some...
all.
No, we're gonna wipe. Too bad, so sad. Actually, you know what? It was my fault because I thought that Annihilator was by himself. I forgot he was wrapped around that pillar, chained to a couple of other things. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna run back.
Okay.
It's my first wipe, so I'm cutting myself some slack here. I'll run back and jump through the windows once. I will not do it a second time.
Oh yeah, I forgot how annoying that has to be for you.
Yeah, 40 jumps. But I've been doing good and not jumping through into the lava lately. I'm 100% for the last few visits to Molten Core.
Have you actually ever managed to clear Zogro? Like even Haka?
No, I feel like I can now do the Tiger Boss, but I just haven't devoted any time to it. But if I can get the Tiger Boss down,
surprised?
I think I can get
because Tiger Boss is actually really easy. I mean, do you know how to do the boss?
It's really hard.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, it's definitely a very, very hard boss. I'm usually mostly out of mana by phase 2, and when phase 2 happens, I just get overwhelmed by the tigers.
Well, then you just do it wrong.
Yes.
Then you definitely do it wrong.
I know. I'm supposed to have my warlocks chain fear and stuff like that, but
fear?
I never got that set up.
I mean, to make it really easy for you, I'd be using all 4 of your tanks, and then
remember, I never had 4 tanks when I was doing it. At most, I had 3 tanks. All right, so the 4th tank is a new add.
Yeah, well, you can also do it with 3 tanks, of course, but it's a little bit harder then. The thing is, there are just 3 adds which you really need to tank, which are the 3 bosses, you know? So all you basically got to do is stack them up and AoE them down. And the only thing that you have to watch out for is for the rogue. He blinds every now and then. That your off tank is always taunting it, or at least a second on threat on it, so that whenever the blind happens, you just, have it on your next tank, so it doesn't go for the healers. That's the only thing you have to watch out for. Then you just AoE them down. I saw how amazing your AoE is, so you can do that actually pretty fast, and you just gotta watch out that you kill them at the same time, of course,
Yeah, I'll give it another shot. I feel like, I haven't really tried the Tiger Boss in quite a while, and I feel like I've gotten much better, and my code's gotten better since then. So I feel like I can give the Tiger Boss a much better run, and if I can get the Tiger Boss down, I know I can get Hakar down, because I did actually do some test Hakar pulls, and I just still have some people in lava, and it went really well. It's just that, I let my tank die, and
well, the thing is that you didn't have trank shots at that time, so you would obviously eventually die to the berserked boss.
Okay. No, the guy who was coaching me there did not mention that.
Yeah, so basically Hakar has similar abilities to what the boss that we just killed. He has also Berserk, which deals like 200% damage. On top of that, he has like a single target nuke for your tank, which also does, of course, quite a bit of damage. And another dangerous thing is that he also, or she, mind controls people. But you can actually avoid that very easily by just always having grounding totems up. So ideally, you just have 4 shamans, 1 shaman in each group with grounding totem, 1 geared tank, and then you just smack it down. Then it's really easy.
The grounding totem code is there, and it works, and it's written, and it's there with Hakar's name on it. So that's all set. But yeah, I didn't know about the trank shot thing, and I always thought we had to get the stupid poisoned blood debuff to kill Hakar.
Doesn't work on VG.
Doesn't happen on VG, so.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of mechanics in VG that sadly do not work as it's supposed to. On the other hand, though, it is not too bad that it doesn't work, because it is actually a really, really, really positive thing that it doesn't work, because what is supposed to happen is that once Hakar tries to do the life leech, he actually stuns the entire raid, and either gains health or loses health when you're poisoned, and you cannot do anything in between. On VG, however, the boss does not stun you, and the entire raid can continue DPSing, and all that happens is that your main tank, only the main tank, loses 200 HP per second. That's nothing. So basically, you have a 10-second downtime where nothing to you can happen. It's amazing. This makes it so much easier than it's supposed to be. At least for your multi-boxing purposes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that is one we can do. And if I prove to myself I can do the Tiger Boss, then I don't know if I can ever do Jindo until I get better gear.
Jindo's actually pretty easy as well. The only important thing is that you take care of the what's it called, the totems. And actually, this is the perfect opportunity actually to let your ferals shine, because the only really difficult thing about the boss is next to killing the totems, is the tank transition, and you can entirely avoid the tank transition by just being a feral, because what the boss does, he would usually turn the main tank into a frog, which will temporarily drop his threat. But since druids cannot be polymorphed,
that's true, and that doesn't happen. And my problem is the specters get out of control.
Already?
Yeah.
We have
totem targeting down, all right, but we just
can't
I would do then everything down quick enough.
Okay, then what I would do is very simple. Like, it would make it super easy for you. Just imagine that Renew, like my priest right now. Look at it.
What? Huh? Yes.
Just imagine that Renew is like literally right in the center of the pit, you know?
Okay.
Also where the zombies spawn and where the skeletons spawn.
Alright.
So basically what you would do is that you just position the boss right here
Alright.
and Furyswipes over here.
Oh.
You know, this
Never
way
tried that.
you can just AoE down all the skeletons whenever you please, instantaneously, and you can also tank all the specters with your swipe. Then you just spam your swipe all the time, which you do anyways.
Really?
Yeah, and then that's really about it. The only thing that you need to do then is turn around every now and then and kill the healing totem, and boss is down.
Okay. All right. I might try that. Might just try that.
Yeah, you really just need to know how to work around the mechanics. Once you know that, as I said, I'm entirely confident that you can clear entire ZG, majority of AQ20 and entire Molten Core easily once you know how it works.
You use the word easily a lot. I do not think you know what it means.
What it means is a lot of dedication and work.
Okay. You just departed easy for me. I'm undedicated and I hate work.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I got going for Gar, all right? I got a little surprise for you for Gar. I have crowd control working with all 5 warlocks, and they each banish one of the dogs. They each banish one of the Gar ads, not dogs, but one of the Gar ads.
Yep. Amazing.
At the beginning of the fight. It's not good enough.
Yeah, of course you gotta refresh it.
It's not good enough because I can't kill the other ads. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know what's going wrong. Something's going wrong, but it just doesn't work out very well. So.
Since I'm here now, I can promise you that we will be able to kill this boss as long as you're able to actually keep the what's it called, the banishes up. Then it's gonna be really easy.
I can give you some starting banishes, and we actually burn the ads very fast since we target them one at a time. So,
yeah, they're really not hard to kill. The only important thing is that you have them in a proper position, because if they explode in the raid, or if you kill 2 at the same time, sorry, then you're screwed.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. I'm remembering now. So they were exploding and killing people. Maybe I wasn't able to position them well.
I can imagine if you would actually AoE them, you can just AoE them down in like 15 seconds if you AoE with all your characters at once. However, it's going to be an instantaneous wipe then.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
So there's a small chance when I pull the stock now that we pull Gar. Don't pull anything else, just want to get the stock out of the way. Because it's really annoying to pull this later. Perfect.
Bring him by. Oh, I think I lost somebody. Yeah, we lost a enhancement chamois. Apologize for taunting.
That's fine. I got it. This is not you. It's just your amazing thingy.
I'm not supposed to taunt if he's fighting a tank, but you're not listed as one of my tanks, so I will taunt.
I'm pulling another dog.
Okay.
What's actually happening here yesterday with Lucifron? I wasn't able to really see that in the VOD.
With Gannis, it was a PvP guy named Silithus Boss.
Oh, yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, his DPS was just so utterly embarrassing, and he doesn't even have a DPS meter. He was asking me, how do you know how much DPS I'm doing? I'm like, oh my god, Silithus Boss, you didn't say that.
Are they embarrassing in terms of bad, or are they embarrassing in terms of good?
Oh, 750 DPS single target.
That's pretty decent.
I've never seen anything like it. But then again, I don't hang around with T3 people. And this guy's not T3, believe me.
Yeah, of course.
He's got 1 T3 piece.
But it's always a question of over which duration. Elemental shamans are amazing for bursting. They have so much burst damage. You know, they can literally burst for 6,000 damage instantaneously within like basically in 1.5 seconds. You know, it's huge. But the only issue about an elemental shaman is they go out of mana very, very fast.
Yeah.
And once that happens, they're useless.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like with Moonkins, but Moonkins at least give you the 3% crit bonus.
I kicked a Moonkin for you to come in here, so...
Yeah, they are definitely the least valuable thing in your raid. Actually, I guess melees are the least valuable thing because you cannot move them properly. It's actually really bad that...
I moved my melees really well.
Maybe.
My melees participate, believe me. I know how to move them. We're going to do these packs, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Do you actually have mining?
Yeah, I have some mining here. Cubby Cake is a miner, actually. I was mining last night. But
That's cool. I love it when you automatically charge to a target and then taunt it. It's actually really cool how that happens.
yeah, it's not always that cool. When you don't want it to happen, it's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, for instance, on the Death Knight packs and such, then it's like, eh.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. I've seen it a few times in your videos. What was the last epic item that you got, by the way? You mentioned in your video that you got one, but I couldn't bother to look for like 2 hours.
I got 2
Oh,
yesterday.
wow.
I got another shield. I got 4 shields in a row, by the way, and it's beginning to get annoying.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that many shields are useless for sure.
So I got 4 shields in a row. I also got another Necronight's Garb, which I really love, but I only need 2 more of them.
Yeah, they're. I mean, I guess for your characters they're pretty decent, but they're actually only meant as a PvP item, you know.
Yeah, it's true. But I use them. For me, it's just proof that I've been in Nax, and people inspect my gear, and they see, oh yeah, he's got some Nax gear, and I can say, yeah, I got it by myself. It's just a little pride thing.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that it has like better armor than Mail. It's got amazing armor on it.
Yeah. That's exactly why it's so good for PvP. It has by far the most HP and also by far the most armor. It's so amazing as Priest and Warlock.
Oh, see?
Shadow Priest.
See? One of my guys ran down there. Look at my guy.
Is he actually moving there, or is that just a visual?
This is not a visual bug.
Oh. Can you replace the
bug.
fire totem quickly? Replace it manually, fire totem. Resistance.
Whatever. There. Is it gone?
Oh, no, it's not gone yet.
Okay,
It's the fire resistance if you can do it manually. Because if the Atmos over there, we are kind of screwed.
I have no icons out, so give me a break. Okay, fire resistance gone.
Good.
All right.
Just for safety, let's pull the other pack as well. In case we have a really stupid knockback or so, you know.
Okay.
And we'll just pull them towards us.
Hold on, my group's not all together. I got one guy who did not connect.
Oh. Suddenly it doesn't chain anymore with the other pack. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got lucky. It happens like that sometimes.
No, that changes. It is very often the case, like you have also experienced in Next Rummers quite a few times already, that once you have wiped on the pack, that the chain mechanic on VG it's kind of screwed up. Like it's so delayed.
Yeah, exactly. It happens constantly on the DK packs. Come here, Annihilator. Are the Annihilators not tauntable?
They are, but they drop threat every 5 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
On their main tank. Or main target. I'm
kind of being really sloppy here, but...
Yep. Hunters in melee range. Ooh. If you can, by the way, you never want to have your healers next to the destroyers, by the way, because they have a clap, which deals like quite a bit of damage.
Alright, I'm moving them back.
And that's why also all your healers are because they have to heal the entire raid all the time.
My healers are always
No, don't. Gotta watch out a little bit.
I did pick up that annihilator. Maybe give the hunters a little more room. Yeah, we got an annihilator back there. Bring him up here.
I'm currently healing up your entire raid because it was getting really low.
Yeah, that was sloppy. That was very sloppy. Mostly because I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't set up. Positioning wasn't right. That's
it's fine. But I would really say before we do now do this pull, I'd much rather do Baron Geddon first because Baron Geddon is really, really easy. And the thing is that on Gar you lose all your buffs always, so then we would have to do a full rebuff, even if we kill him, which is annoying.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a problem doing Geddon. My attention span is beginning to wane though, so we better. I really don't like sitting for hours at a time. I'll tell you the truth, and that's one of the reasons why I don't raid, and I never would raid because people like to do these raids in one shot, and I just no way.
Yeah, understandable. But you're aiming to kill at least those two bosses still, right?
At least Geddon. I mean, I had Geddon down to 48% by myself.
48, wow, pretty impressive. It's kind of annoying that the patrol moved away though. Are you moving over?
Yeah, I am.
I'm just waiting quickly for the patrol to come back.
These dude, these lava elemental packs with the flame guards are not trivial to me. There may be a wipe involved, even with my banishing. So those packs are really hard. By the way, only about a week and a half ago, I killed that pack for the first time without wiping.
I've seen it when we did it for the first few times, and it's very simple to explain why you always wipe. You just do it entirely wrong. Do you know what the mechanics of those ads are?
Yeah, basically.
Can you tell me?
The flame guards, they do an AoE immolate, and they also have fire cone in front of them, so they need to be faced away from the raid. The lava elementals have something like a stomp that stuns for 2 or 3 seconds. So they're bastards.
And lastly?
No, I don't know anything else.
Okay, let me explain it quickly. The lava elemental are the most important thing of those packs, which I've seen you do wrong all the time, is that they have a cone stun effect, which means you obviously have to face them away from the raid, and if you do not do that, then you're pretty much screwed, because it deals quite a bit of damage, and being stunned for such a long time hurts a lot. Secondly, the Flame Guard is by far the easiest, because all it does is the fire cone attack. It's not a big deal. And lastly, the Firewalker. The Firewalker has a very, very, very powerful single target nuke, and for that one you want to have basically a capped out fire resistance. So you should be tanking this one with your fire resistance tank, and have 2 tanks on the other tanks on the remaining targets, and just face them away instantaneously from the raid, and do not start DPSing until you have proper amount of threat.
Okay.
I will actually just be watching this time. Just get your entire right in position.
I'm gonna banish a few of these guys, and I have to wait till I have to wait. So I can easily banish 3 out of the 4. I can banish 4 out of the 4, but obviously we're gonna DPS 1. I can banish 3 out of the 4, so pick 3. Which 3 should I banish?
Then you wanna banish the diamond, triangle, and moon, because those are the targets that do the AoE, and it is a lot easier to just pick them up manually once you know, the Firewalker is dead. Then you just need to get your tanks in position, press taunt all at once, and then you're set. If you understand what I mean.
I guess.
All right.
Hold on.
So basically.
So you want me to banish the lava elementals first?
So first of all, stand right over here where my tank is jumping, with your entire right.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, this is scary.
That's just for the purpose of you being in range and stuff, because otherwise you will fail this pull pretty horribly.
Let me remind you, sir, that I succeeded in this pull last time. I don't know if I put it on video though. And basically everything I do, I can't banish those guys there, by the way, because when Baron Geddon pats by, if he sees a banished mob, he will attack.
Yep. That's why you shouldn't banish the middle pack where it's standing. You should just pull it back and then banish over here where we're standing.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you. Popo,
I will not do anything on this pull.
Oh, you're not.
You will do it all by yourself. Basically, all that you want to do is now move your 3 warlocks that are doing the banish. I mean, as I was saying, your entire right over here where I'm jumping. Not the hunters, but the entire rest.
Why does it have to be exactly there? I'm not comfortable
because
with that.
banish range is 40 yards, and if you do not have your warlocks close enough, then you can screwed. Okay. Now all you gotta do is pull, pick up the Firewalker, banish the remaining 3, and burst down. Go ahead and do it. Don't forget to drop your fire resistance totem, by the way, with your shaman in group 8.
That will happen automatically.
Okay.
So hold on. I'm going to be attacking the Firewalker, and what am I going to do with him? Turn him around from the raid? That's it?
Are you good at reacting to bad situations?
No, I'm terrible at reacting to bad situations.
Let's see how you handle this.
Okay. And none of my guys banished. Oh, they all banished. Nice.
None of them are actually banished.
Really?
Yeah, none.
All right, cool. Banishing didn't work. Let's have us up a wipe.
Okay, well, at least you figured it out that way. Then we would have wiped anyways.
Yeah, let me just double check what my warlocks were doing.
But holy shit, your DPS is so good. You actually got this thing down to like 60% in such a short period of time. It's insane.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the button that unassigns all CC instead of the button that says banish. F3 F3 is cast banish. So I hit F2.
Okay.
So
yeah, shit happens.
That was not cool. All right, I'm gonna reincarnate.
Yep. I'll just go pee quickly. Be right back.
I wish I would have killed one though. Just one. At least in Nax, I always kill one. Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
You know, for a long-term raider, I'm really surprised at how impatient you are with setup. I mean, all my memories of raiding are simply waiting around endlessly for the pull to start. It's like that's the way raiding was, and probably still is. But you're just so used to running with people who are all on automatic. I think you've got a lot less patience there.
Nah, I think you misjudged that a little bit. The thing is, I've been raiding on VG for like 4 years now, and raiding for over 2 years. And the thing is that obviously it always depends how the flow of the raid is. Generally, the majority of the raid or the majority of the guild knew the content that we were doing. Most of the time, people were really slow in general. But the thing is that if people are just bad at something or do not know something and are slow because of that, then that's entirely fine in my opinion. However, if people are slow because of just doing stupid things or being inefficient or simply not, if they are lazing around, then that's something that annoys me. Of course, that doesn't apply to you in that sense, but I think that you sometimes approach things a little bit too slow. Sure, it's pointless if you just charge in mindlessly. However, I think it would be a lot more valuable for you to just have one idea, get it into your brain, and try it out. Just go right into it.
I was attempting to formulate that idea, sir, and you pulled. I really think that it's much better to move slow, and not,
Well,
and
that
not
was
have
just
to
to
res 40 people than to move too fast.
Yeah, of course, I gotta agree with that. But I was just wanted to make fun of it. But at least we figured out what your banish button is.
Yes, it's been a while, so I was going to do that wrong anyway, and we were going to wipe anyway.
No, but on an entirely serious note, what you really can.
Voidwalkers out here?
Sorry?
Should I have Voidwalkers here or imps?
That's absolutely not matter.
Never. No,
well, what
when
you
you're
should
a
have
Voidwalkers
is
are your best
and you should
friend,
sacrifice them for 15% more shadow damage.
I should have what?
Succubus. And which spec do your warlocks have currently?
They're all destruction except for one. One of them is demonology, and one of them can summon and dismiss his succubus and get his damage.
I'm very certain that the majority, if not all your characters, have pretty bad specs, do they? Or do you actually have taken the optimal?
The succubus one, I've experimented with it. He doesn't do any more damage than my destruction warlocks. Or my hybrid. They're not really destruction, they're hybrid.
I'm 100% certain that's not the case.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I've really tried to make the demonologist work to a point where he was better than the others, and I could not do it. And it's a lot of trouble. It's trouble, summoning and dismissing a succubus. What's much more valuable to me is somebody who has very little maintenance and just does DPS in a very simple way.
But Voidwalkers will certainly not provide that.
No, I'm not seeing Voidwalkers. But imps provide a service, you have to admit.
Sorry?
Imps provide a service.
That little bit of health. But what I wanted to point out, basically the buffing is down, the mana looks good. You do not need to assign any tanks right now, because all that you needed to do was assigning the banishes, and then you just head right into it. So once it's set up, pull.
I assigned the banishes, and
the rest you do manually.
No, hold on. I think my banish macros are not in place. I think that's another problem. No, my banish macro is in place. Why is it not working?
Maybe because of your trank thingy earlier, and you said to put it on F3?
No.
Something like that?
Is it out of range? No, I didn't put trank on F3. I don't know what's
I mean, the first two are definitely in range. The diamond, not though.
I'm hitting it, and it's not happening. Look at that.
Banish.
Banish. Oh, Brutality's Brutali has a banish target.
No, Brutali is not targeting anything.
I know.
Oh,
Brutali
Brutalic.
isn't-
Yeah.
Brutali said I will be
Brutalic is
mobilizing.
targeting the diamond. The diamond is too far away, like I said.
No, that's all right.
Brutala is targeting the triangle. That should be in range.
Yeah. But see, when I send out assignments, and I'm going to send them out again. When I send out assignments, okay, is Brutalio targeting? Yes. Is Brutaliar targeting? Yes. And now is Brutalia.
Jeez, why didn't you just give them numbers?
Hey, I did give some of them numbers. All right, let's give this a shot. Okay, I'm gonna raid target the rest of them. Oh, okay. I think I know what went wrong there.
Okay.
No, not okay. It's still not. We are still not banishing, even though they are targeted, and I'm hitting the banish button, and they don't have their banish macro out. Why do
Okay,
they not
you
have
know
their
what?
banish macro out?
Then do me the favor, let's just ignore that for this particular pack. In future,
No,
you
man.
can just fix the macro and do it by yourself.
See,
It will.
here you are getting impatient again. I have to simply move one macro out onto F3, and you don't even want to wait for that. You're not.
Oh,
you don't have
no.
multiboxer blood. You
Yeah,
do not have
that's for sure.
multiboxer blood.
No, in that term, I would not have the patience.
You gotta run into all of this all the time. Oh, I know what happened. I wrote all these macros on my main computer doing 40 boxes, and I never bothered to transfer them to the off computers. So that's what's going on. That's all right. I only need to make 3 quick macros, so relax, smoke a cigarette.
I don't smoke.
Oh man, you're very unusual for a German.
Oh, really? Well, actually, now that you say it, I actually don't like beer either.
What? What is this I am hearing? Oh my gosh. Don't like beer.
Such a sorcery, right?
Gosh, that's incredible. Well, when I lived in Germany, I actually wasn't drinking at the time. Script. And let me see what the name of the stupid function is. I wasn't drinking at the time, so I went to Oktoberfest without being a drinker, and it was not so fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, the whole purpose of Oktoberfest is just that you're doing beer, right?
Yes, and all I was doing was sightseeing. Really, I was just looking at people drink beer. That was my life. And I went on the big Ferris wheel. Okay, big deal. Probably don't even have that anymore.
Were you having a business in Germany, by the way, when you were living here? Or?
No, I was in the military.
Oh. Wait, what?
The military, you know.
British military in Germany, or what?
U.S. military. I'm U.S.
Oh yeah. True.
So I was at
doing the U.S. military in Germany, though. Do you still have stations over here?
Yeah, we had for 60 years. We had a quadrant of Germany assigned to us.
Damn, cool. I guess. I mean, actually, really nearby, like literally 5 minutes car drive, there used to be an airplane, a thingy place of English military, but it actually got closed, like, I believe, like 4 or 5 years ago. I used to be once in there when I was in elementary school, actually, and damn, that was such a huge damn place, you know?
Yeah. So you're in the north. You must be in the northwestern part of Germany, because that's the British sector.
In the west part, right next to Netherlands, right next to the border.
Yeah. That is the northwest part. What are you talking about?
Oh, I guess that's true.
That's the British sector. And the British sector, yeah, that's different from the American sector, which is the southwest part of Germany, and a lot of southern Germany. So I'm almost done here.
So when you're actually assigned to such a depot in a foreign country which is basically in peace, is there actually anything for you to do? Or is it just...
It's training, you know, what you do is you train for the big war. And that's
I
what
see.
we were doing. We were just training for the big war with the Soviet Union.
Oh. Cool. I guess. So you're prepared once Trump starts sending those missiles?
Trump?
Or North Korea?
Wait, I thought you guys liked to say Trump was Putin's best friend. Why would he send missiles? All right, we are good.
Now, I'm rather talking about North Korea and America
North
right
Korea,
now.
Yeah, North Korea.
That's a little bit of tension, isn't it? I mean, I'm not really following politics that much, but you absolutely cannot miss out on that one.
Nope, you can't miss
It's
that.
everywhere in the media.
All right, I'm going to try it, man. I'm trying to banish right now.
I'm ready
I know you are.
to cheer for you.
I know you are. I know you are. And my banishers are just... Wait. Do I have F3 out? I have F3. 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 Yes. Everybody has F3. And yet, no banishing going on. Okay, I'm going to manually click it and see. Alright, well, it seems I've broken my banish crowd control, so we're going to have to go to plan B.
Is it a simple macro that you're using?
Yeah, it's not simple. It's very complicated, but somehow it's broken, and it's not.
No, I mean, is it integrated within your huge weird code, or is it literally just a simple macro saying use this ability?
It is integrated into my huge weird code, but I could just drag banish down onto F3, I suppose, and it would work. So why don't I just do that? At least that'll get us started. Demonology, right? Okay. Everybody's gonna get a manual banish in F3. They're targeted, you know, they're targeted, so it should work fine.
Yeah, I suppose.
Always have to add a qualifier, don't you?
What do you mean with that?
Qualifier, you know, you assent to something and then add a qualifier right after you assent to it, either yay or nay.
Damn, I actually don't know what that means.
Okay, all right. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, because we're about to pool, sucker.
Yeah.
Boom.
Perfect. Now you just gotta spam it once more. Once the diamond comes. Just gonna body pull it quickly because it's bugged again. Just use it again. The banish.
I did.
No, you banish everything.
No, but why? Oh, you know what? He took my target as soon as I did it. So
Okay.
that's what happened.
Basically, all that you want to do now is instantaneously rebanish the triangle and moon once they come out, and just pick up the Flamewalker with your tank and burst it down. You can also already pick up just rebanish. Perfect. I have already one tank.
Perfect. Not perfect. Still bad.
I will assist you a little bit because it was a pretty bad fall. No, just do your thing. Just do your thing now.
I'm just doing my thing.
Just imagine I'm actually having it. No, fuck, your tank taunted. That's not good. Rebanish.
I will try to rebanish, but no guarantees because all my guys are going to be on something. Come over here. Oh, I'm trying to tank with a dead tank. That was funny. Yeah, see, my warlocks, as soon as I start the fight, my warlocks are obviously targeting my target. And when I hit the banish button, they'll banish my target. So I just have to get used to that.
So, can you just move your tanks away? Otherwise, you will blast the entire raid again.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, just reposition.
Just try not to blast the entire raid. How long a range is that thing?
The blast?
Yeah.
40 yards.
40 yards? Oh gosh.
Yep.
That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna banish this guy. I may have banished the wrong guy, so.
Doesn't matter. As long as they're not facing the rated, they're doing barely any damage.
Okay, well. We probably have this, but
It would be so amazing if there would. I know it's obviously not that easy, as I say, but it would be so amazing if there would be just a trigger that you can pull to turn off certain abilities or interactions, like, for instance, telling your tanks to not automatically taunt whenever you are, if you don't want that, or whenever you don't want.
look, you wouldn't even be complaining about it if you were in my tank list, because you would never get pulled off.
No, I'm not talking about myself. The thing is that it is really bad for you, because it's really making it tough for you to get things in general in position. It seems.
Yep, well, I got some T1 gear off bosses, so I think I'm doing okay.
You're doing just fine.
Alright, so one of the very clever things somebody told me, who was doing his own little multi-boxing thing with only 10 boxes here, he said what he has his people do is, whenever they get the bomb debuff, they simply follow the tank. So if somebody has the bomb debuff on them, they follow the tank, they walk up to the tank, they're next to Baron, they blow up. Of course, Baron's being tanked by somebody with fire gear on. It does no damage to anybody. And then they run back to the raid. It's very clever.
Actually, don't think it's a good idea to use fire resistance gear for Baron.
Really?
Because, well, the only fire damage that it does is the Inferno, and you're supposed to avoid that.
You have to avoid it though. If you can stand in the Inferno, it makes the fight much simpler.
True. Well,
my whole goal is to make these fights as simple a problem set as possible. And, you know, my tank doesn't really do much damage anyway, so as long as he's not losing threat, losing aggro, and he doesn't have to, if I give him a good long chance to gain aggro at the beginning, he probably will be able to maintain it. I'm not guaranteeing it, but...
No. I just realized that you have Tibu actually on your tank. That's pretty cool. Did you also get it in here?
No, I bought that off the auction house a while back.
Oh. Because it's really damn rare. I actually bought that once for my mage for like 5,000 gold or so.
Yeah, I think I paid 5,000. When I saw it up for 5,000, I definitely jumped on it, because that's actually a good price for Tibu on this server.
Yeah.
And we had Tibu in live, and you know, it was definitely one of those sentimental weapons that you want to have. And you know, it's not so terrible a tanking weapon. Yes, I lose some defense, but what I lose in defense, I gain in pimpness. And that's a great
It's just for
trade.
the swag, yo. Look at that weapon. It looks so cool. That alone already is enough.
And it goes with the fire gear really well. All right, where am I tanking? Right here? Where am I backing my people up to? They have to back up under ledge, right? So
Just keep them where they are.
Really?
Sure.
Right.
I will make this pull easy for you.
Okay.
The thing what you're supposed to do is, after you do the initial pull, you just turn away the lava elementals for the first breath, so that the raid doesn't get stunned.
What
Or you
elementals?
just... So basically what you want to do now is assign Eversmile to the Firewalker.
What? What are we
Firewalker.
doing here? What are we doing here? Why are we doing that
You're
pack?
killing-
You don't need to do that pack to pull Baron.
That's true, you don't need
you can
to,
pull that Baron
but it's a
without...
lot safer. Are you going to pull him without? That's fine, of course.
Yeah, let's talk about doing Baron, because we can pull Baron. I have no problem pulling Baron.
Okay, cool.
Without that pack.
So what I would suggest is that you just have your tank position right here.
Okay.
or you can also position him here. Actually, yeah, let's make it. You position the boss right over here, where I'm standing right now. That means what you do is you pull him, you backpedal basically alongside here, so that he is basically standing right here, and then you just sidestep till here. This way, all your healers can stand right over here, line of sight the boss. Do not receive the mana ignite at all. Whoa. And all that you gotta do, if there's any person with the bomb, that you move them out. I guess that's the only dangerous thing there is. But even if you get hit, you can just out-heal it, cause we have so many healers, and if you're in fire resistance gear, I really don't see any reason why your tank should die. Just to make it simple though, I wouldn't send in any other melee. Cause
really? Okay.
Yeah, it would just make it too complicated for you.
You know, I can try to run the bomb out. I really can. I have 3 computers here. I have 3 mice. It's going to be challenging, but I can try to do it. It would be better if I didn't have to tank, and I could just hit the 2 button. Then I could run the bomb out. I could devote my entire attention to running the bomb out. However,
sure.
I don't have you set up as one of my tanks. And there's no way for you to tell my raid to focus you, so what I'm gonna do is, what am I gonna do?
The second thing that you can make is, if you do not want to avoid the mana ignite, or if you don't want to move out with your characters all the time if you have the bomb, is that we just spread out your entire raid absolutely evenly throughout the entire room here. And you only have your mages, your priests dispel all the time and do nothing else.
And then in that case, I would face getting away from the raid.
Sorry?
In that case, I would face getting away from the raid, not get him up against the wall.
It doesn't make any difference.
Because, I mean, I can do that. I mean, look at this.
Because then you wouldn't have to reposition your characters.
Watch this. You want spread out? I got spread out.
Gotta make sure that it's at least 10 yards, around that much, at least.
Hey, you're not going to get 10 yards, but you are going to get some spread out. So people may get damage, people may share damage, but not everybody's going to get damage.
Alright, sounds solid.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of room to play around with, just, spread them.
Even more?
Sure. I mean, you can go all the way up until where I'm standing right now. And you can even make a half circle, like up until here, and then up until here.
Man, I'm getting really close to getting here.
If you just move straight towards where I'm standing right now, then you're gonna be fine.
Alright.
Not perfect, but good enough, I'd say. And I would just try to move out all the melees, which you're not using anyways.
I can do that.
So there's no confusion. Then you should be fine.
There's my melees, plus...
Can you also spread out your melees like that, just over there in the back, because they will obviously soak every now and then a bomb.
Alright.
So they don't die out all at the same time.
There's one...
Will make it a tiny bit easier for you.
There's one guy in my melee who I don't want back there. I want my elemental Shami up there. Whoa, hello. I don't really need to spread these guys out, do I? They're just gonna... They'll get the bomb, they'll kill themselves, whatever, big deal.
Yeah, okay. So the only really important thing now is that you make absolutely sure that your priests do nothing else than dispelling.
No, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's too much to ask.
Well, then you will run out of mana eventually, but let's just give it a go, I'd say. I mean, this one is basically just a burst strategy now. You do nothing else than just bursting and, yeah, out-healing and out-dispelling. And I'm very confident that you can actually do it this way. The only thing that might be a problem is, of course, the mana, if your priests also heal that much.
I'm seeing another issue, though.
Which is? Yeah, can backpedal even more.
We just want one tank in, right?
Yep.
Not two tanks.
Just one. It's fine.
I was seeing a targeting issue, so let me just make sure I get my targeting right.
Yeah, you should better get your other tanks line of sight so they don't accidentally charge in and taunt. That would be really stupid if that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really what I have to do. And that's what I'm going to do. Because they can taunt for a long way off. Okay, let me see if I'm getting my target right. I feel like.
Do you have any tanking trinket for your warrior? Because he currently has the useless charm, which will not be much use for you.
No, man. No. I have nothing. Look at my guys. Many of my guys have no trinkets at all. So.
Okay.
Got the Piccolo. Piccolo as a trinket. But no, I'm having a serious issue here. My simple targeting is not working. I'm telling people to target my target, and they're not targeting my target. That's really not a good thing. And I'm not
Did you
really sure
accidentally screw up something earlier when you made the macro?
I don't think so. I didn't touch any of that code. Let me see. What the hell is going on? This is really very strange. Everybody's just targeting people.
Is that maybe because you don't have it set up just like you have on Cupcake with this character?
No, nothing like that. I mean, these are global macros. Let me just do a few experiments and figure out what's going on here, because this is not right.
Okay, sure.
Target too far away, that's fine. But you guys have no excuse for not targeting my target. And what the hell is going on? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this really quick. You're gonna have to be supremely patient, because
no volumes.
I have to get to the bottom of this.
Sure thing. I'll just get I care for a couple of minutes and get a snack.
There you go.
So we're back.
Come on. Wake up.
What's funny?
Somebody asked for tips on how to keep an alt alive. I just thought that was a very funny thing to say. All right, I'm pulling. You got it. You got to time it perfectly. You got to time it perfectly. It's much better to pull with Fairy Fire because it's instant, and so you can position that pull.
You can also just body pull it. It's actually quite a bit safer.
Yeah.
Because then the aggro range radius is usually a little bit smaller. So he patrols up until around here, and when you just move up until here, once he's at that point,
well, let's test it on that dog.
If you pull the dog, that one is definitely too close.
All right.
I can just show you right now, and you will just pick it up right after I do the pull.
Okay.
Just gotta watch out that the pack and back is not too close, like the Firewalker is moving dangerously close. Okay, now it's moving away. So basically moving in 2, 1, and there you go.
Right. I'm tagging him against the wall facing away from the raid.
It doesn't matter where it faces. It's perfect. Just do your thing now.
Okay. And I will look for people who have the bomb.
Exactly. Sorry.
But everybody's getting night mana. That's not going to be good, right?
Well, that was the downside of it.
Yeah. Next bomb. Who's got the bomb? A pet? Really? I can't move a pet.
It's fine. It's fine. Holy shit! That range is actually so much bigger than I expected.
Let me scooch people back a little bit. Okay. Crookshanks. He's on my screen, actually. Crookshanks is a don't care, really. Everybody's dying. Stop dying, you fools. We're not doing really any DPS here.
Well, a lot of people died.
We're only down 10. This is...
That's exactly the thing that I was expecting to happen. That you'll get out of mana in no time when you do not have specifically people assigned to dispel.
And they're dispelling the mana ignite?
Sorry?
Are they dispelling the mana ignite?
Well, they're trying to, but if you're out of mana, then you cannot dispel.
Right.
And that's just naturally going to happen when you have the entire raid being inflicted and the priest also overhealing you at the same
Hey man,
time.
we just passed my record, alright? We're at 47%.
Oh, it's gonna be a kill if you don't die right there.
Refill is the bomb. Run, refill, god dang it.
Okay, I will just pick it up. And of course, I have the taunt resist.
I'll bring cupcakes Cakes over.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck, man?
I got him. Got him. You go back to be the emergency guy again.
I have the feeling you're gonna die because I
Emergency.
cannot heal and tank at the same time.
Emergency. It's time for emergency. Who's the bomb?
Okay.
Who's the bomb? Who's the bomb? I'm not seeing the bomb.
I'm really not supposed to take this, but
I have one tank left.
it's gonna be fine. I mean, I will eventually run out of mana on Renew, but whatever. Don't taunt it though. Definitely don't taunt
I
it.
can't help it. Do you want me to just not do anything? Calypso is the bomb. Alright. Going to run the bomb. Okay, Calypso may have saved one life. We're in range of Inferno. All this time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was.
I did not hear you say this. I could have hit the down
Yeah,
arrow.
I was not expecting the range to be that big.
Oh, alright, fine.
The thing is, usually you have it in a different position, you know? But yeah, basically you can just do it like this all day long. The damage you receive is very tiny as long as you just avoid the unnecessary damage. Like, like what I'm doing right now, the Inferno is about to come, and now I just move out. I just took 2 ticks, and when the Inferno is at 1 second left, I just intercept. I would say it's exactly in perfect position, and I didn't take any fire damage whatsoever. Wait, who's the bomb? Oh, okay, good.
Crookshanks, I took him away. He died.
I'm actually regenerating mana faster than I'm spending it on my priest.
That's amazing.
So, when I was saying you can literally free mana it, then I actually meant it.
I believe you. I'm going out for Inferno.
Ouch, that did quite a bit of damage.
I really only have melee left and a couple of healers, so...
Yep.
"13 seconds to Inferno."
Just move him out now,
Okay.
just to be safe.
Alright, 21 out of 40 dead. I don't know if we really have enough left to do this, my friend.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? We don't have much left. That's all I'm saying.
And the thing is that I'm not taking any damage whatsoever.
I lost
So I
one of
can
my
tank
guys.
this infinitely.
Well, infinite tanking's good. All my guys are dead. I have nothing left. Should I reincarnate?
Sure. At least if you want to do something.
Oh, now you're the bomb. This could be it. This could be the end.
Bomb just does 300 damage. 3000, it's nothing. As you can see, Brunio is still at full mana. It can go on like this forever.
Yeah, I don't think I reincarnated the very best guy I could have reincarnated. Let's try that guy.
You can just reincarnate and rest. You will not instantaneously enter combat usually. So
Oh, really?
you just res up one of your ranged characters and then you can do some DPS.
I'm in combat now, but I didn't know that, so I'm gonna try that with another guy.
There's a tiny delay between you using your ank and getting into combat. You can just use that tiny frame to rest.
I'm resting. Sace is coming to help. We've got so much damage left to do, though. This is gonna be hard.
Are you also healing now a little bit?
Am I healing
Then I
a
can
little bit?
just if when you are healing, then I can just focus purely on DPS because I was auto attacking the entire time. You gotta move out your shaman, otherwise it will die.
Yeah, well,
Inferno.
he's gonna die.
Rip.
This is on this. This is on one of my second computers, so I'm having a hard time maneuvering them. It doesn't work exactly the same, mostly because I don't have their hotkeys loaded.
The thing is, once I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
That's all right.
Thinking aloud.
There's some minor healing going on. All right, that's about all I can say.
Yeah, you just need to line of sight the healing. I mean, you can now basically stack up all your healers where Renew is standing, and do exactly the same as I do. Just move in and out every few seconds, whenever the what's it called, the
Inferno.
The mana ignite is about to happen. I mean.
Oh yeah, mana ignite.
Because then you basically have infinite mana.
Dang it. I got it.
Yeah, I'm just spelling you, no worries. The other ones aren't in range, so can you move the other ones also over? The thing is,
what other ones?
this...
I have other ones? Oh, this guy? Yeah, I guess I can move him over there, but I don't know how good it's gonna be.
It's gonna be perfect.
Ah! Oh, I got some resists in there.
Oops. I was targeting my priest a few times when I was healing. I was wondering why I didn't receive any heals for so long. Like, all you gotta do now is, whenever the thing is about to happen, just sidestep, like, you see where the star is standing? Just take them up perfectly, and then whenever it's about to happen, just one step to the side, and nothing happens to you.
Okay. For some reason I'm not getting bars on this computer, so I can't see. Can you call the mana ignites by chance?
Sure.
Damn it.
Next mana ignite in 15. So now both of your characters are dispelled. Just make sure that you avoid now the next few mana ignites, like next mana ignite 2. Just move out now.
Let me see if I avoided it. I think I avoided it. One of them avoided it. The other one wouldn't follow. Nice.
Oh, that's not good. Didn't bump.
Are you okay? You dead?
Yeah.
You lived. You lived. If you you're back up against the wall though, won't and there was a mana ignite cycle that I didn't see. If you your back up against the wall, won't you not take any falling damage?
It's not like it really matters. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not too close to your characters. That's all that really matters for me right there.
You're at perfect range right now. You're not infernoed.
Move out your characters now. Mana ignite in 2, 1, now. And back.
Yeah, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm going to wait for my mana to come back. Let me see if I freaking have any pots. This is riveting gaming. I'll tell you what. You know what I don't throw down? I don't throw down the Monaspring Totem. How do you feel about that?
What?
Monaspring Totem? Do you feel...
Well, then you take less damage because you get less mana.
Do people use those?
Mana totems, of course.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it's 22 mana every 2 seconds. That's huge.
That is? It sounds so small to me.
Well, take a look at your gear and tell me how much MP5 you have.
I'm concentrating on Ignite mana, sir.
I can tell you for sure that none of your characters has more than 30 MP5.
So I should be using that, huh? See?
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. I don't use that. I threw it out now. What about the Healing Stream Totem? Is that any good?
Sure.
It is? Do Nax Raiders use it?
Yep.
They do?
Yep. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't use it.
That's really surprising to me. Alright.
I mean, for certain encounters it's actually extremely good, like for instance for lower fab, where the healing is so limited, you know?
Okay, I have one last guy I can reincarnate.
And basically all that I'm doing right now is just spamming my execute all the time, and that's really about it. Oh shit! Oh, I fucked up! Oh my god, that was so stupid!
Oh no! No.
Okay, I fucked up.
13%.
Oh, okay, that was stupid, yeah.
It's a bad strat. We got to do a better setup than this. This setup is not good. Everybody was in Inferno, and no. I know we can do better than this. Let's think it through.
Yeah, the secondary thing which I was suggesting to you is just to move your raid always to sidestep it, you know?
Sidestep?
Basically, exactly what I just did, that you only attack with your ranged people, have them all stacked up where I was standing, then just whenever the mana ignite is about to happen, one step to the left, ignite happened, one step to the right, continue.
I hate to tell you this, but I used my last reincarnate on that stupid guy when I thought we were gonna win, so ain't no more reincarnates. Alright, let's call it, and we'll do it another time. I gotta get back to real life.
Sure.
Eternal thanks for the kills and the unbelievable advice. It's so helpful.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was actually quite entertaining, to be honest.
I don't think people watching the video are going to think that when I'm standing around doing nothing dead. Yay! This is so entertaining. Multiboxing's amazing.
Yeah, but the lesson that you just need to learn from this is that it's really all about just to avoid the Inferno on your tank and to not blast your entire raid with the bomb. If you avoid those two things, then you can infinitely heal, and yeah, nothing happens. I mean, I could literally kill the boss with just my tank and my healer.
Well, we got 3 bosses down. Not bad.
Indeed, not bad. And for Gar is also pretty much just as easy. The only thing that you need to control is that you actually get those banishes right. You know, once you know how to do the banishes and do the re-banishes every 40 seconds, then all there is to it is just to pick up the 3 remaining ads, which your tanks will do automatically, and then you can just pick them off one by one.
I will absolutely fix that. I'll fix that while in my off time and make sure that's working.
Yeah, and for the remaining bosses that are left in here, it's basically the same amount of tactic. It's just picking off one thing one by one, having a decent position, and otherwise there's not too much of a difficulty.
Well, I'm thinking about Golgamag. Golgamag's going to be really easy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless he hits really harder than I ever remembered. But I can have my off tanks tank those dogs absolutely no problem.
Yep, exactly. You just have 2 tanks on the dogs, 2 tanks on the boss, and just need a rotation every like 15 debuffs or so, and that's about it.
Okay. Okay, I can do that. I can get that down. Yes, I can get that down.
Well, I'll pack those 2 characters here if you want to continue at some point. Just let me know. I will gladly tag along.
Alright, I'll, we'll how many days do I have on this?
Actually, today's Friday, right?
No.
Yeah, it will reset this night in 4 hours.
Man. Alright, well that's not going to happen. But you know what? We get the 3 easy bosses again, and I know that Gehennis is way easier than we made him yesterday, and I have no doubt that me and one other person can do Gehennis.
Yep, definitely.
Especially it's your tank. If you just tank Gehennis around the corner, and I have my decursor and my healer around the corner dedicated to you, it's a done deal.
Yep.
It's a done deal.
Exactly.
You have your own healer, Mr. Multibox.
In fact, I would do the basically exact same what we just tried to do with Baron, which kind of failed because I was misjudging the range. But the only thing that this boss really does is the Rain of Fire, and if you have just the entire raid spread out evenly, then you can just out-heal it so easily.
No, man, this is all we're gonna do. I'm not even gonna come in on the boss. I'm gonna keep everybody together in one clump. I'm gonna do ranged, and when Rain of Fire happens, I'm gonna move everybody.
All that.
Perfect.
That's also a good option.
It'll be totally easy. We'll never have more than 1 tick of Rain of Fire on us. Maybe
Yeah,
2.
that's amazing. Then I can definitely imagine that you can also solo this once you obviously get the initial pull right.
Well, I can't solo it. Basically, I'm keeping my group together. I'm keeping my group together far away from the boss, so I'm not gonna be able to solo it. I've got to be. I'm depending on that human tank tanking the boss.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that I could help you, that you got a few nice pieces here and there.
Thanks, Dennis.
You're welcome. What's actually your name again?
I'm
Whatever,
Todd.
I'm gonna forget.
I'm
Todd?
Yeah, Todd.
No, seriously? Hot Todd?
No, Todd. Todd. T-O-D-D.
Oh, Todd. I see. Alright. Okay, cool. Well then, see you later, Todd.
Later, man.